Hey, I'm the Star Trek guy, and I happen to have another review. Oh yeah. This one is from the original series, and it's called A Taste of Armageddon. In this episode, the Enterprise is on a diplomatic mission, and they get a warning from a planet to say, don't go there. It's like code 710 or something like that. And there's this ambassador on board who pulls rank, because I guess ambassadors get to pull rank in places like that. It's happened a couple of times on Star Trek before. So he pulls rank and says, ignore that warning, just go there already. And they're like, well, that's odd, but okay. Turns out when Kirk and Spock and a couple of no-names, when they go down to the planet, they discover that the planet's at war. Only they do their war with computers, and it's like with another planet in that system. And when some place is attacked, just the people who were in that attack supposedly have to report to a booth where they die painlessly. So it's a weird take on that. I mean, I guess they gathered that there was no way they were going to get past their war, so this is the best way to do it so their culture can grow and live on without pain and destroying things. Naturally, Kirk and his crew, or the landing party, they didn't think that was good or natural. And the leader of the aliens thought that Kirk was barbaric. And of course, maybe he is barbaric. I mean, there's nothing really non-barbaric about war. All in all, I liked the episode. It was a really great concept. It kind of makes you think about like what's out there. If there are other aliens out there, are they doing some weird, goofy stuff that we couldn't comprehend? Captain Kirk, like usual, had a lot of really great fight scenes. Okay, I take that back. They weren't great, but they were like, you could obviously see that he had a lot of fighting experience, and he's just so good at that dropkick thing. There was a scene when Kirk supposedly had the head guy hostage, and the leader guy underneath the table flicked a switch, which signaled his friends to ambush. But when Kirk was about to leave, he signaled for the leader to kind of come over, like, hey, come on over here. And he opened the door and he just flung him out there and like into everyone, and they kind of all knocked over like bowling pins. And then Kirk held his own there for a while, but they got the best of him, which shouldn't happen to begin with because he's Kirk. My favorite scene involves the ambassador. I think his name was Robert Fox, and Scotty. Now Scotty was in command because Kirk and Spock were down on the planet. Now the ambassador was under the impression that they wanted diplomatic relations, and so the ambassador is telling Scotty to lower the screens. I don't know why they call them screens in this episode, but they were screens. Tell him to lower the screens and maintain a non-hostile posture. And Scotty, convinced that things weren't all good, disobeyed that order because he didn't want to put the ship at risk. He knew that the message sent to the ship in the captain's voice was a fake. And Robert Fox, he kept threatening Scotty, and Scotty's like, well, do what you have to, but the screens stay up. I like how Scotty just didn't give a crap. That's good stuff. And then later the ambassador found out just what was going on. I bet he felt dumb, which is good, because man, he was just an ass. I felt like Kirk was just 1 second away from just BAM! Just for a Star Trek episode, this had a lot of action and actually explosions. Although the alien guns, when they fired, they just made that noise. It was kind of a little low budget. They didn't exactly have a beam or anything shooting out of it. There's just like whatever they pointed out, noise, and then where they were pointing, explosion. Although, I mean, I think they pulled it off quite nicely. I mean, when when they used one of those Federation phasers and shot something, it had a beam. So it's not like sometimes they have a beam and sometimes they don't. They could just explain it with the alien blasters not having a beam. Maybe it's just a beam you can't see. So you just don't know. So it works. Definitely a good original series episode. I'm going to give this one... Oh, I think I'll give this one 6.5 out of 10 stars. Have you seen this episode? What do you think about it? Comment below, let me know. Comment below, let me know. You can comment below and let me know. Okay, well after this review I will have reviewed one of everything. I did, this is my original series one. I started with the Next Generation. I got a Deep Space Nine, a Voyager, an Enterprise, a movie, animated series. Yeah, it'll be all in there. So now that I did one of all, I'm not going to necessarily keep rotating through the series. I'm just going to jump around. Maybe I'll do some of this series and some of that series. That won't be in any kind of order. The only order ones I think will be is possibly Enterprise Season 3, because that's a great big story arc, and just to single out one episode is it'd just be a little weird. Like if I were to do one later, it would kind of give away the plot of an earlier one I might do later, if that makes sense. So whenever I get around to the Xindi arc of Enterprise, I'm just going to go straight through that, going from the Expanse of Season 2 all the way to, well, possibly the Stormfronts of Season 4, Parts 1 and 2. Also, Part 1 and 2 episodes, and maybe Enterprise 3-parters, they will also be done as one episode and possibly reviewed longer. Just because. It's easier for me. I think of them as one episode, even though there are 2 or 3. Well, that's all I got for this review. Thank you for watching. More to come. See ya.